Hello everybody, welcome back to Endmyopia. This is episode 7 and not a lot can change in the last 8 days either, but I think I've made a really big breakthrough and in my quest to be as open and direct and no barriers with my progress. I think I should get it on film anyway. And this one has to do with active focus. Now, since discovering myopia, I think we're coming up to just about a month now. Active focus has been like this magical thing that I wasn't sure I was getting for quite some time. I remember sitting down and looking at a book and trying to get it, and I thought I had it at one point. So I was like blinking and doing a little whoa. And it did sort of become a bit more clear. So I thought, I had active focus at that time. And furthermore, so I continued with that. I thought I had active focus. And then just looking at something for a long period of time, I thought that was active focus. And then 2 days ago, I wrote a post on the forum. I think I'll probably, edit it in or something. But I made this post on the forum talking about how I, quote, found active focus. And that was 2 days ago. Did I say 2 months ago? Anyway, that was 2 days ago. And so in the post, I talk about all these crazy techniques that I use to active focus. I still say it in air quotes. And this was only 2 days ago. Stuff like... this is gonna look stupid, but squinting, but I called it eye tension or something. Eyebrow pumping, doing this. So that was one thing, and then just looking at something, just death staring it. I had all these techniques. There was a fourth one for finding active focus. Now, this is how I see it. If you're a beginner like me, you're going to go through so many motions about trying to figure out what works and what doesn't for a whole bunch of things, reducing your lenses, how to do active focus, blur horizon, I don't know, there's loads of different little tiny things you got to get right, and you got to read a fair few blog posts, but active focus in particular, you just have to do it. And I think what I wrote 2 days ago is brilliant for experimenting to try and find active focus, right? Because you've got to find it. But today, this is the 12th of June, 2019, today I'm declaring it as the day I actually found active focus. And I say that because up until now, I wasn't sure I'd actually found it. There was always a bit of doubt. But I think there's no uncertainty about today. Active focus can be described as no less than conscious, complete control over your distance vision for faraway objects just on the blur horizon. So active focus isn't eyebrow pumping, it's not squinting or just eye tension. It's none of those things. Active focus it's like a power-up in a video game. It's like a special ability you don't know you have yet. Once you know how to do active focus, there's a neuron that connects to another neuron, and you know how to do it, and you can do it. There is no explanation of how you do it. It just works. So this is how it works for me personally. So I've done this all day today, so I'm very confident it works. I even tested it, by looking at something but not trying to active focus, still blurry, and I try active focus and it clears up. To me, there's something a bit blurry, and I look at it, and you just can't describe it, but you just get stare at it. Again, it's something you gotta learn. You gotta figure out what the hell you want your eye to do to get that to that level. But I just looked at it, and there tiniest eye tension maybe or whatever, but it doesn't really apply because you can keep your eyes wide open after a certain point and it will still be fully clear. Just you can't describe it. It's like a special. It's like command over your eye. It's a superpower, or just a regular power. So it triggers a bit of an ASMR sort of thing. You might know what ASMR is. You can look it up. It's like when you're really concentrated into something specific, and I can almost feel it like behind my eyeballs as I look at it. So it's a really it's slightly pleasurable, like, you know, you're focusing in on it, you're dialing it in, and it's like command over my eyes. So something was blurry before, and then it clears up, and I just give it a really nice long hard look, and then I do something I can't describe in words, but it involves my eyes just focusing on it. So to anybody who is new to myopia, such as myself really, or anybody else obviously, active focus, you've got to experiment for a long time to figure out what it is. And it won't come instantly, but once you have it, you'll know you have it for certain. And it is just something you don't know how to do yet. But once you know how to do it, it'll get easier, and it'll get easier. Anybody who knows what I was doing on the internet before all this Endmyopia junk knows that I was the admin of the Colmac Discord server, and the analogy goes something like this. You know, you start out with the alternate keyboard layout, and you have no idea how to type any of the keys. And then you get to 10 words per minute, maybe 20 after 2-3 days, and then you build yourself up, and before you know it, after a year, like myself, I can type 110 words per minute on the Colmac keyboard layout. But when you start out, you know, getting to that 60 words per minute, or whatever you were on with QWERTY before, is a struggle. And I think the same thing's going to apply with active focus. I felt in control, but I'm going to be even more in control as I sleep on it. The neurons develop even more, so I get even more access to that muscle, or whatever it is that's happening in my eye. I get more conscious control over active focus. And once that happens, it'll get easier, and it'll just keep spiraling further and further into big gains, because, you know, now I've got more stimulus, I can act on it, and it is real active focus rather than what I thought was active focus previously. Yeah, I think I discovered active focus properly for the first time today, in contrast to any other time I said I discovered active focus. I didn't. That radiator is so loud. Anyway, general vision update, because there's not really much to say, although it's not negative. Vision improving. 20/40 line on the Snellen eye chart is clearer every day. Every day that I've woken up, it's gotten easier to see, especially that F character. Keeps getting clearer. Like, I can't say more than that. So I get so much stimulus now, because I've gone back to work, and I just this is how I discovered active focus today. I just active focus on the price tags that are slightly far away, and just do it for loads of time every shift. And it's just crazy good stimulus. Yeah, you can't get enough of it. When I was looking at the price tags 2 days ago, it was a lot blurrier than I was looking at the price tags today. Substantially more blurry. Almost like I couldn't see there was black text on the front. Yeah, so, you know, trying to be candid, trying to be open about literally every little bit of detail along this journey. I think this was quite important to say. I think active focus, in my head anyway, I think it's almost like a dynamo that you have to spin up. So you begin the process of invoking this active focus thing that's hard to put into words, and then this ASMR thing like happens in the back of my eyeballs, and then it's just like my eyes dial in what it's trying to see. It dials it in, and then I can see it. So yeah, the progress, literally every day, still keeps going. It has tapered off the tiniest bit, since Endmyopia, what was it, 6? It's not as quick anymore, not just as fast. Very fast, but not quite as like amazing as it was then. So I think we're starting to get to the slower parts of this journey. But I think the first 3 months at the very least are a bit faster than everything else to come. Anyway, I've rambled on for long enough. But thanks for watching this video. See you in the next one.